Alright, so happy new year, and I am back after 2 weeks, I think 3 weeks of being done with doing vlogs. So I never did get a chance to do a final vlog for 2017, which I was very sad about. But Christmas hit, I hadn't fully recovered. I'm still not fully recovered actually from surgery. So a lot of stuff happened and I just couldn't get my shit together to be able to do a video game vlog. So I'm going to do one now to clear out all the goo from last year. I'm going to talk about 6 games that I think were the best games of 2017, horror games, because we know I don't really watch people play like other stuff. I love watching people play horror games. That is my shtick. So if you're new to this, then you know what my shtick is. So here are my cards for my choices. I had to write down, especially the AAA titles, because there was one AAA title I kept forgetting, and I had called it, and I was like, and I was going to music, and I was like, the fuck did I was gonna pick for, because I knew I was gonna do a video game vlog today. I was like, the fuck did I pick? So first, before we get into the AAA titles, we're going to talk about my choices for 3 of the best, what I thought were best. You don't have to agree. You can say I'm full of shit, that I'm a stupid bitch, whatever the fuck. I don't care. These are my picks for best indie titles of last year. Now, I wanted to try to make this spiffy and try to show you clips and stuff, but lazy for one. Two, I couldn't figure out how to do video screen capture, and I didn't feel like sitting through like 900,000 tutorials on how to do video screen captures. And it just boiled down to fuck it. I'm just going to talk about it like I always do. So, and I want to talk a little bit about each one, starting with my third choice pick, which was Land of Pain. Dun, 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 dun. Land of Pain, I thought was a really good video game. It was bought out by Alessandro Guzzo. One dude, one lone dude made that game. And it took him a few years because I had been acquainted with the Land of Pain demo, which I actually downloaded at one point and tried to play and was horrible at playing it. So, but yeah, it was when it was written, produced, directed, all that good stuff by Alessandro Guzzo. And I thought he did a very good job for being one lone dude working on it. Was a really long, really good game. It does have some slow points, but overall I watched it and was pretty riveted. And I wasn't, while I can't say I got like super like scared, I was just, it just had me riveted. And there were parts where I was like, whoa, whoo, that was a little intense there. So that is my pick. That is one, I think, I know it was on sale around the holidays. I don't know if it's currently on sale on Steam, but if you're looking for something a little unique, a little different, I say check out Land of Pain. That was like my third place indie pick. So, and I still say dude did a good job. Great. I can't wait to see what else boyfriend gonna come up with, cause that was I liked it. There was some good stuff there. All right, number 2 choice for indie horror game of the year. I might have misspelled it. Narcosis. All right, so I talked a lot about, or not a lot. I talked somewhat about Narcosis because Narcosis came out during the summer. Um, it was one of those games that came out of left damn field, and I think I watched Survival Horror Network's playthrough, and it's supposed to be a VR game, which I didn't realize until way later. Somebody had mentioned it. Like, I think the guy that I watched do like commentary let's plays, John Wolf, I think I watched him and he was like, it's supposed to be a VR game, but I'm not doing it in VR. So, Narcosis is this, I love the way it's done. I'm gonna give away a little bit of a spoiler here. It's done. You're playing not as the protagonist or the guy who's on the NPR type radio show, and I can't lie, I listen to NPR, so that kind of spoke to me anyway. So you're playing not as the guy that's telling you what the hell is happening in this horrifying situation of this underwater research facility. Was it research or were they like drilling for something? Either way, it was this underground water facility, that there's an earthquake and it basically causes a calamity, and you're finding all these people that you work with dead. And at the end, the guy who's telling the story on NPR is the guy who leaves your character to die because he didn't realize anybody was left. I didn't pick that up for so long. It took me 3 watches to figure that out, and that was when the last time I watched it, I was like, "Oh my god, that's not the dude telling the story. He just left that dude." I was like, I was done. That was a phenomenal. Spoiler aside, I still think you should play it because that was not the ending that I was expecting when it came to Narcosis. I don't know what I thought he was telling a story, and I really did not get it. Sometimes I'm a little slow to the party, but I did not get it until after the third watch through the hot. And when I was just like, oh my god, he left that dude to fucking die. I cannot believe it. Narcosis is a very, very good game that came out of nowhere that not a lot of people were talking about that really deserved a lot more hype than what it got. That was a phenomenal game. It wasn't overtly scary. Actually, it had parts I would say were probably more intense if you played it over watching it. But as somebody who watches stuff and doesn't play it, I thought it was a great watch. Like I said, I watched it 3 times, mostly to figure out what the ending was. But it was a really good watch. It is one of my most recommended. I really recommend people play it because the game was really good. I don't care if you play it in VR or non VR. Just go get it and go play it because I'm telling you that was a really really good game, and I can't sing its praises any more than what I'm at. And my final pick, because I'm only doing 3, my final pick for best indie game for me of the year was dun, 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 House of Velez. House of Velez fucked me up. Alright, first of all, House of Velez came out in October. Also, what came out in October was The Land of Pain. It came out in, no, it came out in September because it came out around the time I didn't have electricity during Hurricane Irma. However, House of Velez came out in October, late October. I ain't hear nobody talk about House of Velez. I only saw one person play House of Velez, and that was Survival Horror Network. And I had bypassed it and kept bypassing it, and I was like, eh. And then one day I was bored doing something. I was like, okay, I've seen everything else. Let me watch whatever this House of Velez thing is. And I watched it, and I had low. Let me tell you, I had low to the floor expectations of that game not doing anything for me. It scared the shit out of me. I was scared of the dark for like 2 days. I hadn't been scared of the dark from watching a horror game in a long, 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 long time. So it got me. It got me good. And really what it was is they had some really creepy imagery in it. They had this part where one of the puzzles you have to figure out is getting this scary baby doll head to unlock a door, and the girl puts the baby head on the door and it just starts moving all creepy. I was done. Then there's some part where this thing is dressed in her clothes. This monster's dressed in her clothes, but it has like a sheet over its head, and you gotta not be screaming and cowering from it, and it'll kill you if you move or whatever. The game is creepy, and it is a game that has been bypassed by everybody. Like I said, I only saw one playthrough of it. One. And it deserved a lot more playthroughs than what it got. It is creepy. It is a serial. It's going to be serialized. When I watched Survival Horror Network play was part 1. So I'm looking forward to part 2. I'm going to be sad and scared, but part 2 is going to be like, I'm going to be hiding under, I can't even fit under my bed because it's like a low thing. I had to go to bed upstairs that was my old bed set and hide under that bed because it's going to be some shit out there. So that is my pick for the best 3 indie horror games of last year. I'm telling you, pick these bad boys up because these were some good games. And you know what? All of them did not get the credit they were due. Like, I guess one of the I guess honorable mention would have to go to Observer, because that was a little creepy and I liked watching Observer. It was just something a little off for me about Observer that I wasn't 100% feeling. But Observer was good too. It just didn't make the cut for the best three. But these are like little known games that did not get the kind of play that they deserved. So I'm telling you, pick these up. They're all on Steam. I think they're at reasonable prices. You should go play them because, especially House of Liz, scared the shit out of me. So, and I realize I am real jaded when it comes to horror stuff now. So, I don't even know. So, we're going to move on from indies to triple A horror titles. So, this is what we all came here for, the triple A's, the big leagues, the big dogs, la fucking da. So, I watched a couple triple A games. I did not watch Friday the 13th because that's a multiplayer game and I just do not jive with multiplayer games. So if you were expecting that to be on this list, I'm sorry, it ain't on that list. So we will start with the most obvious of the triple A titles, The Evil Within 2. Yeah, so I don't even know. You knew it was going to be on the list. You probably thought it was going to be higher on the list, but it wasn't. It's not higher on the list. Um, Evil Within 2, I loved The Evil Within 2. Don't get me wrong. Yes, I have my problems with it, but overall, looking at it as its own thing, I liked it. I didn't find, like, there were certain little nitpicky things I could go into, but overall, I thought the narrative was good. I liked that they redeemed Sebastian and he could get his daughter back. Um, I liked it and I didn't like it, but that's neither here nor there. I liked I liked the Harbingers creep me out. Stefano just fucked me over with how horrifying he was. Like, I just remember, y'all remember when I was watching that trailer and I was just sitting there with my little popsicle, like, oh dear God, the fuck are we getting into with this Stefano situation? So I liked those things. It did make me jump. It did not necessarily get me scared of the dark, but it did make me jump a lot. I remember being with my best friend at Disney World. She's trying to sleep. I'm trying to watch The Evil Within in the dark before bedtime like an idiot with earbuds in my ears, no less. And monsters coming out of nowhere, and I'm like trying not to scream like a crazy person. So it did scare me for like all its nitpicky aspects that I could complain about. It got me. So I can't hate on it. I thought it was a good try. I thought the director, for having directed previously the Kidman DLCs, I thought he did a good job. You have to look at those two games as two separate entities. I know they're supposed to be like cohesive and like whatever, but you gotta look at them two separate animals. So I think that was good. I think that won some kind of best Steam game award, and I saw the director was like, is that like a real thing? I'm like, boyfriend, yes, it is. Just deal with your problems. So go check that out. It's up on stuff, so I don't even know, but go check it out. Let me see how I'm gonna do this. Hide these titles. I know y'all saw two already. Little Nightmares is number 2 in the triple A. I loved Little Nightmares. Oh my god. That was yet again another game quietly under the radar slid in, and it was creepy. Think of, if you own a PlayStation and have ever played Little Big Planet, think of what would happen if Sackboy had a fever dream, and it was horrifying. That game is objectively creepy. The stuff that the little Morton, I call her the Morton Salt girl. I'm not necessarily saying she's the Morton Salt girl, but she kind of looked like the Morton Salt girl with the little, I don't know what her name is, but I just call her the Morton Salt girl. She was, that was that was so good. She went through a lot of shit. And like half the time I'm like this. Oh my god, I can't look. Oh my god, and like and like screaming. I watched two. No. I watched Noskin play that one, and I watched the DLCs for it via Survival Horror Network. So I watched two different people play it. But Nosekin's walkthrough was freaking brilliant. I loved watching him play the little Morton Salt girl. Um, the end of that is just crazy. Like the Morton Salt girl intermittently, spoilers, the Morton Salt girl intermittently gets like really severely hungry where she can't do anything until she gets food. So somebody threw her some bread. I think that's that boy that gets killed in the DLC. He threw her some bread. She ate that, got better. She ate one of them head things that be running around in the back. She ate one of them and got better. I'm like, well, damn. Then the last boss, that lady, I think that's what she's called, the lady, she ate her and absorbed her powers to like fuck up places. So at the end, the Morton Salt girl eats her. She's going past all those horrifying, creepy, fat people at the restaurant and it's killing all of them. And I was just like, this is a great ass ending. Oh my god. I enjoyed watching. And it creeped me out. There were parts, like I said, I was like this, hiding, screaming, like, no, don't go that way, no. And it was so good. Oh my god, you have to check out little nightmares. I almost called it little big nightmares. You have to check out Little Nightmares. That game is fucking phenomenal. And again, AAA title that did not get its due. It should have got some more play than what it got. But I'm telling you, pick that up because it was so creepy. And if you like puzzles and platforming, that is really your bag. Puzzles, platforming, and screaming because something creepy done happened. That is totally gonna be your stick. And lastly, I am going to come out and say it. The number one AAA title. You're not gonna believe this. Your mind is gonna be fucking blasted into the mist. Resident Evil 7. Yup. I went there. I went all the way there. Alright. And I know at the beginning of the year when it came out, I know you can look at the review. I was like, it was a good game. It just wasn't for me. I stand by that statement fully. That it's a good game. It's just not the game for me because I can't fucking stand Ethan. I had to come to the realization that Ethan is just a dumbass and I don't like him. His character is so wooden. Somebody made the statement that he goes in when he sees Mia, Mia, what's happening? Mia, what's going on? The fuck, man? You like you went through all this. You went in this creepy place and you found her in a dungeon and you like, oh, what's happening? Really? I would be like, the fuck is going on, man? Like some kind of excitement in your life. The first time that Zoe calls it, what's happening, Zoe? What's going on? Really? That's all you got is what's going on. He's just so deadpan and boring and just I hate Ethan. I hate Ethan. I hate Ethan more than I hate Chris. So that's a lot to take in. However, while I do not like the Ethan story or any parts about Ethan, overall, I still say that Resident Evil 7 was the best Resident Evil in a very, very long time. They took their time. They made it I loved those shadow puzzles. It was interesting. As much as I'm kind of not 100% on the Evelyn aspect, the personification of a virus, I didn't kind of get that. But whatever. It was a good game. Overall, it was a good game. And you know how I feel about Big Uncle Zeke. Oh my God, on the DLCs. Because goddamn, that man, I love him with all my heart and soul. I have to tone it down because I have pledged my loyalty, my 100% loyalty to Wesker and always will be part of Team Wesker for life. But I'm saying though, Big Uncle Zeke is kind of hot and I don't even know. And the way he was punching the shit out of Joe Baker or Jack Baker, my fault. The way he was punching the shit out of Jack was just you couldn't put money on that kind of entertainment. Oh my God. So yes, and I know Capcom was complaining that it didn't sell as much, but look, Capcom, you want to take solace in the fact that you all did a good ass job. Even Shinji Mikami, who I know had probably been foaming at the mouth for years wanting to stab somebody at Capcom. Even he was like, it was a beautiful game. So if he's like fine with it, then we should all be fine with it. So I'm saying Resident Evil 7, it took it last year. It took it and just it was really really good, and I'm really really proud of Capcom for coming out with something quality and not just phoning it the fuck in like they have been doing for like since Shinji left. So those are my picks for the games that I thought were the best games of last year. You don't have to agree with me. I know. I guess honorable mention for Triple A would be, I'm guessing Outlast 2. I didn't hate Outlast 2. It's just that lady giving imaginary digital birth was just a little much for me to handle. Like I say, somebody slit their throat right after that part. I was more horrified about the digital birth than I was about the dude slitting his throat. I thought that the birth was just more terrifying than anything I'd ever seen. But Outlast 2, for honorable mention, it had parts that had me like legit screaming and like looking like this. And it just, I don't know the story behind Outlast. That's kind of why I didn't get that woman gave imaginary digital birth. She says, and I think I was so fucked up that she had that baby and it was gross that I didn't realize she said there's nothing there, meaning she wasn't really pregnant. She didn't really give birth. It was just a little over weird for me. And because I don't know the lore and the storyline behind, only thing I know is those Murkoff people do fucked up stuff, experiments on folks, and then they start hallucinating and going bananas, and that's about all I know. So I think that's all I really needed to know for that, but it was good. It was just a little too creepy for me. It was a little too out there. It was more David Lynchy than I would like. So those are again my picks and honorable mentions for 2017. I'm telling you, the horror genre last year was the best thing about last year. Horror, survival horror games were on fucking point last year, and I don't know what we getting this year. I think what's supposed to be going around this year, everybody's wet for agony. Like, I'll watch it, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really caring about it. Another indie game, Visage, is supposed to come out. The last trailer I saw, or like early access thing I saw for Visage, they had cleaned up a lot of that fucking Silent Hills looping through a hallway bullshit. I'm so fucking sick of that. If I swear I want to gut people for doing it, and I want to gut somebody at Konami for doing it, because they're the reasons we have this looping hallway shit, because everybody's frustrated there will never be another Silent Hill. So, but it looked like they had cleaned up that looping hallway nonsense and tried to make it its own thing. So I will try to give that some play if it comes out this year. What the fuck happened to Allison Road? I haven't seen that in a long ass time, and I follow that dude on Twitter. So where the fuck is Allison Road? Come on now. It's been like 2 years since that, like, oh, we not doing it. Oh, we doing it. So come, y'all need to get your shit together so I can get some Allison Road in my life. But that's another looping hallway thing. Actually, was it? I don't think they looped in that one. They just like walked around the creepy house, and that was the one where dude turned over the magazine. It was like dad was such a drag, or turned over a picture of his dad was such a, like a little joke. But what the fuck happened with that? I would like to see that coming around. But Agony's coming around. Visage is supposed to be coming around. That Pamela game, I don't even know. Somebody had that on a best of 2017 list. I'm like, that was a fucking demo. What the fuck are we doing? You don't put demos on a best of list. Whatever. It's a whole host of stuff, but I'm like, I don't know. Is Days Gone? That's like triple A. I wasn't feeling Days Gone when they came out with that nonsense at the E3. I was like, I don't know. This is looking like a real broke ass Last of Us, and I'm not amused. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. I'm hoping Lust for Darkness comes out, because I for real need that in my life. Like, ain't no joke on that. I need my smut, scares, and Mozart. Let's do it. So that's all I have for now, and I will see y'all next time. Later.